if the trend is like it was last time, I mean, maybe we'll get the ban list by Friday, and that'd be just crazy. I actually really like the ban list, or sorry, for the TCG Forbidden and Limited list, uh, occurring every 3 to 4 months. I think that's a lot more fun. Keeps the game much fresher. Like it worked well in September. I think it's going to work well now, just because maybe we all have short attention spans, but just sometimes some decks are just so stale, and I think problems arise in the meta much faster than over a 6 month period. So, like, I guess the new list really, or the sorry, Tachyon was released in March, but then we had to play with stupid spellbooks and dragons for like 4 months after that. And I'm like, oh, no one wants to do this. You made a mistake. Fix it. Anyway, I'll be going over not necessarily what I my beliefs, but what I think may happen in terms of what's gonna be on the Forbidden Limited list, or what's gonna move to limited to semi-limited to Forbidden and to unlimited and all that stuff. Lapras is happy. I agree. What's that? Oh, he wants to talk about Fire Fist first. So let's talk about Fire Fists. The four problems, both the 3-axis, 3.5, 4-axis, 3.26, 3.54. I've averaged all these in my head because I'm a math major. Anyway, so mainly the cards. Okay, Tinky is, you could say, the most problematic card. I mean, Rhoda is a 1, so why shouldn't Tinky be a 1? Okay, Rhoda can't be hurt by MST. But Tinky does a little bit more for Fire. Tinky enables Bear to be as powerful as it is, because it's a search for Bear that allows you to activate Bear's effect so that you could search it again. I don't know really know how to make Bear balanced, but just the whole. That's why a Bear's a really good card. So I think there's going to be some shuffling around of Tinky, Bear, and Wolfbark. All three of those won't stay at 3. Uh, I have a feeling that we'll talk about this more later, but I have a feeling that Tinky probably won't be hit because Bujins is still a deck they're trying to sell. Not necessarily. I mean that technically for profit and actually sell cards as well, but just like promote would be a better word for it. So you can hit things like Bear. I mean, you can hit theme specific cards, which Konami doesn't like to do as much with Bear, but Wolfbark is probably the most likely candidate for anything going to 1. I Tinky at 3 is a little ridiculous. I honestly think it should go to 2, but I don't think it's going to go to 1 to promote other strategies. We could see Bear move around, but with Tinky not as prevalent, Bear isn't as big of a problem. And lastly, Rekindling, it's used in 3-axis and 3.26 and 3.5 axis. Not so much. You only use like 1 or 2 copies in 3.5. Well, don't use 3 in most of them. But card is really powerful. I'm surprised it's at 3. For Bujins, Tinky may. I said Tinky may go to 2. I don't really know what's going to happen there, but that's probably the only card in the Bujin deck that'll be hit. For Gear, the only card that's probably going to be hit is Gear Gaia, Gear, whatever it's called, the stupid trap that summons 2 of them from your deck. I mean, it's just a really freaking good card. It's kind of hard to lose after resolving that card, especially early in the game. That Armor's a really good card, but it's beatable. I mean, even stupid Volcanics have an out to it. But once a Gear goes off, it's kind of hard to slow that gravy train down. So that'll probably be hit from there. Spellbooks, if anything would be hit, it would be either Fate or Blue Boy. Those I think would be the two most. I mean, if you hit Fate, you kill the deck. And if you hit Blue Boy to 1, you kill the deck as well. So I don't know if they would actually hit anything. Spellbooks are Dark Worlds. They lose themselves. I'm going to play Spellbooks the first tournament of the new format, probably, just because I'm that type of person. And for Mermails, there are 4 cards that would get hit. The 4 powerful cards you could, or the cards that really, half of them are Rhodas that make the deck go. Abyss Pike, Abysstius, Abyss Gundy, and Sphere. I think out of all of these, the ones that would be most likely to get hit, because we'd follow Japan and the OCG on that, would be probably Sphere or Abysstius. I don't know. I don't really see Pike or Gundy ever getting hit. That just would be a little weird, but yeah. So I think Abysstius and Sphere may go to 1. That may allow for Diva to come back to more than a couple, because that helps out more than just Mermails, but I'm not. But then if you hit like Abysstius and it goes back to that stupid, you may go back to Undyne Mermails, but we only have 1 Dragoons. So we'll see with that. Infernity, I wrote 3 question marks on my little page of notes over here because if anything to get hit, it's like, well, would you hit Launcher? No. Would you hit Archfiend? Why would you? I just think, I don't know what to do. For Fire Kings, Wolfbark may get hit. Wolfbark was released in Judgment of the Light, so it's not like it's a super new set. But there's a possibility that Wolfbark could get hit. I think it's more Wolfbark would hit Fire Fist and Fire Kings without hitting any theme-specific cards. For Evil Swarm, nothing. You could hit Ophion, I guess. I don't really think anything there. Same with Constellars. It's like neither one of those decks really do anything right now, and they're not. Neither one of them are overpowered because a lot of their cards take multiple card investments. Sure, Twerkion and Sombrace are really good, but for windups, personally, I like wind-up carriers in Mighty, and so I have a bias in this that I think that card should come back to 1, just because I really like it. I think things would have to be hit, like maybe Factory and Magician. So I don't think there's going to be any move on windups, but I'd totally be fine. Ban Magician, ban stupid other things, just because I like Magician. I like Boat. That is similar reasoning to why Stratos could come back, or kind of like rather inverted. Or Stratos is banned, and so that means with Stratos banned, you don't have to limit things like E-Call or A Hero Lives and things like that. But if Stratos came back, I think you'd have to hit other cards. It's kind of... So I don't think that Boat is going to come back, because then you have to hurt other cards just to allow your 1 card in the format, but we'll see. For Rulers, Convocation was semi-limited at one point. I don't think that's going to get semi-limited again, just because the deck's already pretty consistent, and especially if you already play 3 Tefnuit and 3 Esset, those are your building blocks for the strategy, whatever your stupid strategy is for winning. So I don't really see why Convocation would get hit, because it takes down the consistency marginally. However, Atum is the wind-up carriers in Mighty, as someone told me. So I could totally see that one getting hit. Maybe Atum to 1 or 0. It's weird that a card in Dragonor-esque... Ravine went from 3 to 0, so... In terms of Inzektor, I think there may be a shuffling up of Hornet and Dragonfly, simply because I've heard a lot of chatter about it, and I'm not saying that people work for Konami or anything, but I don't know. What if Hornet went to 0 and Dragonfly went to 3? That'd be weird. It'd just be like instant exit. You could exit. Okay, it'd become very well at generating rank 4s in there. And for stupid Cyber Dragons, I hate Machine Duplication as a card, and I like Card Trooper as a card. So this again is my bias. I don't really think Machine Duplication is going to get hit, but if anything did get hit in Cyber Dragons, it would be Machine Dupe. Because, well, with one machine... I guess you could still do Troop and then Dupe and then Scoop. But, that would be the only thing that'd probably get hit. Cards that would overall get limited to 0. Someone who knows more about this... Actually, I'll just tell you. Jeff Jones and I were talking about this. And he's more inclined to think that things like Limiter Removal and Royal Tribute would not get hit because they're theme-specific. And as trends show, theme-specific cards survive longer than generic cards in terms of the, not being forbidden or limited. So so maybe Royal Tribute and Limiter Removal will never get banned. But I hate those cards so much, and I want them banned because they're just so stupid. I have this stupid friend named Tracy that, every time we play, it's always this random stuff that I lose to. And he just smugly is always damage step, actually he'll be standing there and then we go damage step, hate you. Or it'd really be one time we were playing I was playing Samurais versus his stupid Evil Swarms, and I flipped his Ophion face down with a Maestroke and attacked it. He's like, Substep 1 anything? I'm like, no, Tracy, there's no. He's like, Substep 2? I'm like, Tracy, I don't have anything. He's like, Substep 3? I was like, no, Tracy. He's like, Substep 4? And then he activated his stupid dress. You actually can't even activate dress in the damage step Substep 4. But that's irrelevant. I basically want Limiter banned so that I don't have to deal with Tracy's crap anymore. Anyway, to 1, things that may come off the Forbidden and Limited list. Demok, as we saw... I'm not strangling him. As we saw with Magician of Faith, that was almost irrelevant because a lot of good spells are forbidden. So Demok has a possibility coming off. I already talked about Stratos possibly coming off. Tribe infecting virus. That I mean, it's a lightning vortex on legs, so that's really good. But I mean, I said it could come off for a while. And in terms of to moving off the limited list, Diva would probably come off if a lot of Mermail stuff got hit. Maybe. It might not. And Dragonfly obviously would go to multiples if Hornet was banned. In terms of three, I once cards typically get limited or forbidden, I kind of just want them to stay there forever. I just like we already dealt with that. I don't want even if it's weakened, I don't want to deal with your crap anymore. So, so even though I said that, I three cards that I took off the list, or four actually possibilities was Trooper. If Machine Dupe was banned, or sorry, limited to one. Trooper could possibly go to three. Monk could possibly go to three. There's no Synchro Cat anymore, even if Dark Strike Fighter comes back if it's eroded. So that's, oh man, that would still be really annoying. Ha! But Rescue Cat's banned. And Tragodia, that easily could come off the list at three. I don't really know what it's doing at two. I don't understand why it was put there, but Tragodia pales in comparison to a lot of other battle stoppers sometimes, like Rainbow Karibo and Scarecrow and Jack Frost and Fader and Gores. Anyway, that's basically all I have to say about the list. I hope I covered everything. I may have missed some stuff, but just hit me up if you think got anything wrong, because discussion makes us all better. Anyway, bye.